welcome back you guys to another episode of Daring Travel. As I told you guys last week, that my Puerto Vallarta series is over. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. Every time me and Melissa go out, we always have a good time. One thing I did not get to do was at least tag her YouTube page and her Instagram page. She also has an Etsy store that she runs. So after this video, you can click the link in the information down below, and if you want to check out her Etsy store or her YouTube page, you can definitely go ahead and do that. But just like this video says, we're going to get into 5 things that you should know or do before you get to Puerto Vallarta, and we're going to start it right now. Now, hopefully I'm able to do this without a lot of background noise. My neighbors across the street are playing mariachi music, and it's not that they don't want me to be great, but I just need to find another time to record these videos. Also, my landlord is coming by here to pick up the rent money. You guys, she's like 30 days late. She's like, oh, I'm gonna come by at like 9 p.m. And I'm like, dang, that's really late to even pick up rent money, but that's how things go here in Mexico. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to like wire her money. That way she doesn't have to come by here and we don't have to worry about rent being paid late. The first thing I would say is to not do an all-inclusive hotel. I know all-inclusives are great. I've been to one myself. You feel really, really good having someone cook all your meals for you. You get a drink anytime you want. But the reason why I would not do an all-inclusive is because you really miss the authentic Mexican experience when you do an all-inclusive. I know we hear things I'm going to speak from an American standpoint. When we go to all-inclusives like Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, we hear things like, oh, don't leave the hotel because it's dangerous. That is not the case in Puerto Vallarta. If you leave your hotel, all you're gonna find is a community of people, working class people, families who are just working, trying to make ends meet, or they are making ends meet. You'll find restaurants, you'll find grocery stores, you'll find a lot out there. So you don't have to be too concerned about if something's gonna happen to you. I felt safe, Melissa felt safe when we were in Mexico, so I personally would not do it all inclusive. The second thing I would do is bring cash. And the reason why I say bring cash is because if you know you're someone who wants a souvenir and you're gonna buy something, when you go to the souvenir shops to pay, sometimes they'll tell you, oh, there's an extra fee to pay with a credit card. So to just save your money and save time, just bring cash. That way you don't have to worry about that extra fee type situation. Also, here in Mexico, they will bring the terminal to the table and then you pay right then and there. So if you're at a table, maybe it's you and 5 of your friends and you're splitting the bill, it goes way faster. It goes much faster and much easier if everyone has cash. But I won't discourage you not to bring your credit card, because I brought mine too. Okay, so this is one I feel like we all think about whenever we travel, like how we're gonna get from the airport to our hotel or to our Airbnb. Thank God it's very, very simple at Puerto Vallarta. So when you, I know that probably was like super loud, sorry. So when you leave the airport, like literally coming out of the airport at Puerto Vallarta, you'll literally see the street. It's like right there, you can see it. There is a parking lot, and then right across the parking lot there's a street. To the right of everything, you'll see, yep, told you. And there's a stupid bell I always talk about. Listen.
A few moments later.
Okay. All right. So I think I can start again. I think the sun is moving or something like that. All right. Maybe do some readjusting. Okay. So we had to do some readjusting because the sun is moving. Meaning, ooh, I was about to curse. Meaning. All right, so we had to do some readjusting, meaning the sun is moving. That's meaning I need to hurry up and finish this video. Okay, leaving the airport. I'm literally standing right in front of you. You'll see the parking lot. You'll see the street. To the left, if you pass the parking lot and you walk straight up the street, to the left, you'll see a Carl's Jr. and to the right, you will see 2 escalators. If you take an Uber for right there, you could pay from $5 to $10, which is about 100 to 200 pesos to get to your destination. I asked the taxi driver, I was like, hey, how much would it cost for me to get from here to Central? He wanted to charge me 450 pesos. So that's about 22 bucks, which is really not that bad. But if I could pay $5, why would I pay $22? Number 4, take a day trip somewhere. I always try to, whenever I go to anywhere, when I try to go anywhere, I always try to take a day trip somewhere. I always try to explore another location. For example, when I went to Amsterdam, I also went to Germany. Or when I went to London, I also went to, you know what? It doesn't even matter. I can remember because I can see it in my head, but I can't remember off the jump. So forget it. Forget it. Why is my memory so bad? I would highly encourage you guys to take a trip somewhere else because there's an adventure that you can have. We had a very small adventure in Sayulita. We had a big adventure in Yalapa. Both times that we went when we visited the smaller waterfall, and then it was a much bigger adventure going to a much bigger waterfall 2 hours from the town. Where to stay, and I know this is very important for a lot of people because you don't want to stay somewhere that's too noisy. You don't want to stay too out of the loop. You want to be somewhere nice, somewhere where you're comfortable. I was more in my Airbnb, and even that first hotel that you saw, it was more in, according to the Uber drivers, central area. I would consider this central area, it was like a neighborhood or a community. Again, it had supermarkets, restaurants, barber shops, the Oxos, which are kind of like 7-Elevens. I think they also had a 7-Eleven too. You'll find houses, apartments, a lot of Airbnbs in this area. This area I consider was perfect for me because at night it was completely quiet. Again, it was like a community. There is another area that's much further down the street. I call it like downtown central because it was where like all the restaurants, the pier to get to Yalapa and to get to those other beaches along the coast. They also had, it was so much to buy the tickets for the pirate ship down there. Tons and tons of restaurants. They had a lot of souvenir shops when you go down there. Now, if you're wondering how much does it cost to get from the central area to what I call downtown central, $3. You pay $3 in an Uber to get down to that area. So even if you're not there, it's really cheap to get down there. Or you can catch a bus. But that is it. Those are the 5 tips. Those are the 5 things I thought that was very important for people to know. Everything else you can really get a feel for when you get down there. But I like Puerto Vallarta. I would highly encourage everyone to go there. And that is it. Those are the 5 tips that I have, the things that I think you should know before you go to Puerto Vallarta that I'm pretty confident they'll help you out once you get there, especially the airport thing. Man, I'm trying to tell you, taxi drivers, they can really pull some money out of people. Don't stay inside of a hotel. Do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Try to be daring, you know what I mean? I know we have our fears of things that could possibly happen to us, and there is a probability of certain things happening, but don't try to live your life through fear because that's what us here at Daring Travel are not trying to do. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, smash that like button. By hitting that like button, this video gets to more people who have not seen Daring Travel, and I would like to share my experiences and share the information I have on this channel with other people. So if you can hit that like button, I would greatly do appreciate it. I will see you guys next week with another video here in Monterey. You guys have a great day and continue to be safe.
Look at that.